My name is Rob Oliva, born and bred in Brooklyn, New York, USA, the center of the universe.
So today we interview Robert Oliva, who is the Assistant Vice President of Enrollment at St. Francis College in Brooklyn. Hey, my name's Irslan. I'm the creator of the Fit Body program, and we hope to achieve a few things with this interview. One is to raise awareness for mental health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Robert has led by example through the work that we've done together in bettering his body and mind. Two is to raise awareness for enrollment at St. Francis College. May 1st is National Decision Day. This is a time where students are afforded the opportunity to better their lives and their futures. And three is to raise money and have a fund set aside for these students so that they can go on to achieve their dreams, to ultimately give back and better serve our communities to shape the future of our world. So there are a couple of ways that you can help. For each comment that you leave, we will be donating $25. And for each share that this video receives, we will be donating $50 with no limits to the amount of comments or shares that you can leave, up to $3,000. And I'd like to leave you with a quote from St. Francis of Assisi. He said, "Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible. And then all of a sudden, you're doing the impossible." Thank you and enjoy. So, Rob, thank you so much for joining us here today, and thank you for having me in your humble abode in St. Francis College.
Well, it's my pleasure, and I'm so excited to be here with you. Today, remember, very early on, you wanted to do this interview, and I said, we will not do this interview and touch the money.
Yes.
We want to see more progress.
Yes.
And we saw more progress, and I am so thankful that you were here, or actually at this point in time, to celebrate,
Yes.
To raise awareness, and to inspire others to go on this journey.
Absolutely. And with that, could you maybe share a little bit more about yourself and maybe some of the goals that we have with producing this video?
Absolutely. So, Rob Oliva, from Brooklyn born and bred. I tell everyone Brooklyn is the center of the universe. It is the center of the universe. And we're right here at St. Francis College, which has been the center of my life as an undergraduate student and working here for the last 13 years. You know, here at St. Francis, we provide a learning environment where everyone belongs, so that everyone in our community has the opportunity to dream big, to serve their communities, and to achieve greatness. And thanks to you, you have helped me achieve my dream, and my dream of being more fit, my dream of being a better person, and working with you through your coaching and through this real lifestyle and mindset change. I've been able to do that. And when we said earlier on that we wanted to have this conversation, I said, let's wait for May 1st. And you were thinking about, what does May 1st have anything to do with anything? And I said, it's about the 6-month mark that you and I will be working together. And I will, if not reach my goal weight, be very, very close to reaching my goal weight. And I said, I want to celebrate in a number of ways. So the first is, May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
And that is something that we take very seriously here at St. Francis College. We are working with young people each and every day. And mental health is something that is often overlooked.
Yes.
So we celebrate May, we celebrate National Mental Health Awareness Month. And here at the college, we look out for ourselves, we look out for one another, and we look out for St. Francis College. So actually, it was probably around October, early November, when I walked into a cabinet meeting, and the presentation was with a member of our student affairs team. Our assistant dean actually came in and did a health and wellness check for members of the cabinet. And it was at that moment when I remembered the conversations that we had over the summer, the initial conversations about joining this program, And, I sort of delayed it for a number of reasons. But that check-in on health, wellness, mental health, that Friday, I called you and I said, let's do this.
Yeah.
And it was because my colleagues at the college were looking out for each other that this was able to take place. So
wow.
that was the first thing. The second thing is May 1st coincides with National Decision Day. And I work in enrollment management at St. Francis College with a dedicated group of enrollment, admissions, and financial aid practitioners who go above and beyond to make a difference in the lives of young people. And May 1st is significant because many college students or future college students make their decision. So May 1st means a lot. And I thought this could be an opportunity to create more awareness about St. Francis College and the good work that we do each and every day, because it's not only about making a living in the world, more importantly, it's about making a life, which is crucially important to the work that we do each and every day.
Yeah.
And the third reason is the address of St. Francis College is 180 Remsen Street. And the goal weight that I want to be is 180 pounds. And I am very, very close as of this moment to get there. 3.6 pounds away, but who's counting? And what I wanted to do was to work with you to create awareness about health and wellness, to create awareness about National Decision Day, but also this is the last year that we are going to be at our location at 180 Remsen Street. We'll be moving to a brand new state-of-the-art campus in the fall of 2022, built for students, with students in mind. It will be transformational for our community. But as we move SFC forward to a new campus, we remain Franciscan forever. So I was hoping this can also be an opportunity for your network, my network, and anyone who sees this video to really get a sense of the life-changing work that we are doing. And hopefully we can raise some money to support students here at St. Francis College.
That is amazing to hear. So with that, Rob, could you share with everyone where you were weight-wise, when that was, and where you are now?
Absolutely. And one of the best parts of being in the program are our weekly check-ins. And that's how I know you hold me personally accountable.
Yes.
But the only one who can actually hold anyone truly accountable to the work is themselves. Right. So I know that prior to starting to work with you, I was at 230 pounds and not feeling my best, not looking my best. And I remember us connecting that Friday, and essentially what you wanted me to do was to simply log my food, my beverage, my activity for a couple days, and to start the exercise regimen that Monday. 3 days a week, running in place, 25 minutes, 25 seconds on, 35-second rest. And I remember that Monday that I was outside doing this, huffing and puffing, and I'm like, wow, it's not only the weight, it's also how I'm feeling when I'm exercising. And I would go to the gym a couple times a week, walk on the treadmill and do the elliptical. It was doing nothing for me because my heart rate wasn't elevated. It was just, okay, I feel great, I'm going to the gym. But I remember, as each day went on, I felt better. And I remember as Thanksgiving approached and I did a workout on Thanksgiving, I asked you, what should I eat on Thanksgiving? And you said, you have the plan. You know what to do. And if you want dessert, have dessert. Reward yourself for the exercise you've done. And I won't forget that because I ordered a new scale and it finally came in on Thanksgiving morning and I got on it and I was 222.3 pounds. And, I just think in that first week I had gone from 230 down because My calorie intake was less. I was exercising more. And I started to initially see that the program was working. And that's where I was that first week of the program. And today, May 3rd, I am at 183.6 pounds. And I'm so proud that not only have I lost the weight, I feel better, I look better, I am consistent with my workouts, I am consistent with my food, I am consistent with my regimen. And you tell me to do something, Irslan, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I get it done, as you've seen.
Yes.
And I am fully committed to this lifestyle change, to this mindset change, and it has benefited me in incredible ways.
I love that. And could you share what was the motivation behind beginning before the holidays? Most people would say, Irslan, talk to me after the holidays. Why did you decide to begin before the holidays?
Right, and that was the big question. Yeah. When we first spoke, I said, listen, I have a recruiting trip in Miami in December. And then a couple weeks later, I'm going to the Giants-Dolphins game on an annual trip that I go on each and every year. Should I wait until after that? And you said to me, why wait? And that stuck. If I had waited, I don't think I would have started, number one.
Yeah.
Right. And the motivation was to ensure that I was consistent in my workouts. And I remember, again, I started running in place in hotel rooms.
The fast hit training.
Yeah. And doing that. And that was important. And it really allowed me to reflect and think a little bit. And our patron here at St. Francis of Assisi,
yes,
he said this, or is attributed to saying this many years ago. Start by doing what's necessary. Then you're doing what's possible. And suddenly you're doing the impossible. All I had to do was start.
Yeah.
All I had to do was start, and you got me to start before Thanksgiving. You got me to continue doing it before Christmas. You allowed me to see that I could continue to do everything that I do on a regular basis and be consistent to what I was doing, no matter what life events were taking place. And there is no better time to start than now. And if there's anyone who is thinking about joining the program, now is the time to start. Because working with you allow us to ask questions. And if I didn't ask you that simple question that said, should I start after the holidays? I don't think we would have gotten to this point in time.
Right. I would agree with that. And I would even go as far to say the best time to start is when you think it's the worst. Because if you can get through the holidays, then the rest of the year is going to be a breeze, right? And so that's amazing. And I'm glad we did start when we did.
Me too.
Obviously it's Mental Health Awareness Month with May. Could you talk to me about the internal transformation that came along, losing just about 50 pounds, like 47, 46 pounds?
But who's counting, right?
Who's counting? That's right.
There are a couple things during this time that I have seen an internal change in me. As you know, I am high energy.
Yes.
And everyone around me would know. So whether I was 230 pounds or getting close to 180 pounds, I bring it every single day in a way there. Hopefully my energy can be contagious to the members of our team, to our students on a daily basis. So I wasn't worried about that. But just think about being 47 to 50 pounds less, how much more energy that I have and how much more excited I can be about the work that we are doing. I tell you, I think that I have grown mentally, being more focused and being more prepared, right? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail, right? Everything that this program involves preparation. From a meal perspective to an exercise perspective to the coaching that is done to the technology that we use on a daily basis to input our food, to track our steps, to track our water, and to do the exercises. Now that I went from fast hit training only in the beginning of this year to do weights and weight training, which I never thought in a million years I would enjoy or even be committed to doing. So I saw that transformation there. And at the same time, I think that the transformation spiritually that took place coincided with my family and I, my wife Marie and my son Ravi, taking a more involved role in our parish of Our Lady of Angels. We have an incredible pastor, Father Kevin Abels, and we have gotten more involved in parish life. And all of this was happening simultaneously with my weight loss. And I think that there's a symbiotic relationship with mental health, with physical health, and spiritual health. And each of those areas in my life, I strongly feel have been elevated because of being in this program. And not to mention, I see that I am a better husband, I am a better father, I am a better friend, and I'm a better manager here at the college.
That's amazing to hear. Wow. And Rob, would you say that even work-wise, like you feel like things have begun to elevate in that realm as well? And if so, maybe talk a bit about that as well.
First of all, this may sound very basic, but part of the program is sleep. You need to sleep to lose weight.
Yes.
And I was not sleeping well, and I was not sleeping the hours I should have. And sometimes it involved working well into the wee hours of the night. And sometimes that still happens. However, I make an intentional effort to get the rest that I need because you told me to. And this is part of the plan, right? So that's one thing, that I'm able to better manage my time, right? Time is our scarcest resource.
Yes.
But I do everything that I can to manage simple things like having breakfast and lunch at work. And by separating myself from the computer or not scheduling meetings when I'm going to have breakfast, when I'm going to have lunch, when I'm going to get away from my desk, that has allowed me and our team to be more productive, which I think speaks wonders, because now I am taking the time necessary to take care of myself so I can take care of the team and I can take care of the students that we serve in a better way. And it's that time management that allows that to happen, not to mention the 10,000 steps in a day, plus all the water you drink, first of all, forces you to go to the bathroom more often than not. But secondly, I cannot be sedentary at my desk all day. So what it does is it forces me to go out and visit my colleagues more than I have been, and to take a walk to another office to check in with a colleague instead of hopping on a Zoom or picking up the phone or shooting a text. So that has allowed me to be more effective and efficient in the work that we are doing here.
Wow, that's phenomenal. And you mentioned breakfast, and I know before we started on this program, you've done things in the past like maybe keto or intermittent fasting. Could you maybe share what you did in the past that maybe didn't stick, and where you got with that versus how much further you got with this?
Yeah, and keto, I saw immediate weight loss the 3 times I started doing it. And then after learning from you and learning about macros and learning about proteins and fats and carbs, and thinking about that with every spoonful I would take, I reflected and realized that keto, the weight loss that I had, was simply water weight.
Yes.
That was it. And I did keto lazily. If I walked into Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee with 2 Splendor and cream and to get a snack and bacon, I'm thinking bacon's keto, not snack and bacon. That's not, keto. But you would think, it's high protein, no carbs. And I would go through a work day drinking coffee and snacking on nuts and every once in a while getting something quick to eat. And by thinking about what I need to have for breakfast and what I need to have for lunch, now I have delicious breakfasts that are filling, that are within the calorie intake that we agreed upon, and within the plan. And I'm not hungry. And I was hungry all day, and then I would go home and I would splurge. My wife, who is a saint, and we have a 4.5-year-old, she cooks for him, cooks for herself, and cooks for me, understanding the importance of this lifestyle change. And I'm very thankful to her for doing that. But before this, I would come home and I would just splurge and overeat. And that was no good because I had so much hunger during the day, drinking coffee and snacking on, snacks, or, going around the corner to a Walgreens and getting, mozzarella sticks or, beef jerky. That's no way to live. And that's no way to eat.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, we often talk about Simon Sinek, who we're both big fans of. I'm actually reading a book of his, Leaders Eat Last, which I'm sure you've read. And could you maybe share, because he has a book called Start With Why. Yeah. Could you share, why did you decide to take this step to have a coach in your corner and maybe even get into shape and have this lifestyle change that you now have?
So as you know, Simon Sinek has inspired me, has inspired our team, and has inspired the work that we do. In his book, Start With Why, he makes a very bold statement. People don't buy what people do, people buy why they do it. And we were afforded an opportunity 5 years ago. Simon Sinek wasn't available to visit campus, but he sent one of his optimists, Kristen Hadid. And she helped us find our why, which I shared earlier. At St. Francis, we provide a learning environment where everyone belongs, so that everyone in our community has the opportunity to dream, serve, and achieve. And what has been really influential in my life, that Kristen has stayed on as my coach. And I am part of a monthly mastermind coaching circle with some incredible individuals from around the country, none of who are in higher education, who work together to hold each other accountable and to make us better personally and professionally. And it all starts with the why. And I know that I am called to inspire others to inspire. That's my personal why. I am called to inspire others to inspire. I know that to be true. Kristen helped me find my personal why. And it took me a while. I knew that was my why. I never knew how to articulate it. And the why is essential, because why is the purpose, right? It's not how you do it or what you do. It's why you do it. So initially, when we had connected, a big birthday was approaching. Later this July, I turned 40. And why I did this? Because as I turned 40, I wanted to be healthy for my wife, for my son, for my family, for our team here. That was critically important to me. Why do it, right? It's a big birthday. I want to be around for a very long time. That's why I did it. And it will allow me to continue to inspire others to inspire for many years to come.
I love that. And with that, could you share a little bit of the phenomenal work that you do here, and maybe talk a bit about that second point that you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, absolutely. So, that second point focuses on growing our enrollments here at St. Francis. And about 5 years ago, President Miguel Martinez-Saenz started, and he asked me if I would be interested in working in enrollment management. I previously worked in events management, managing the college's hallmark events and a lot of the community programming that took place. And when he asked me to take on a role in admissions and recruitment, the first person I thought of was Brother George Larkin, the legendary Dean of Admissions at St. Francis. And I remember vividly when I met him at the open house. I remember vividly when I was invited by him to visit him here, and he personally handed me my acceptance letter and a scholarship that changed my life. So when President Miguel asked me to work in this space in enrollment management, I thought of him and I couldn't say no. And Brother George passed away several years ago, and I know that he is shining down on us, but in particular me, on a daily basis. And the first thing that I decided to do 5 years ago, we were sending out acceptance letters that were electronically signed. And I stopped that immediately. And I said, every single student who's accepted deserves my signature. So in Terrier Blue ink, I hand sign the acceptance letter with a note that congratulates that student and welcomes them to the St. Francis College family. And why I do that is because I want to be the Brother George in the lives of our students that he was to me. He was a mentor. He was legendary here on campus, and he changed lives in an incredible way. At St. Francis, we provide the incredible gift of education to students from New York City, our country, and from around the world. And each of my colleagues, our admissions team, our financial aid team, and actually everyone on our campus, because enrollment is the job of everyone on campus, works incredibly hard to provide educational opportunities for students. And it's that commitment to college access and college affordability that allows us to change the lives of others each and every day. That's the work that we do. And on May 1st, so many students have already made that commitment, but I know there are a lot of students who have yet to make their commitment. And I urge them to take a chance on St. Francis College, because there is magic taking place here on our campus. Not to mention, moving to a brand new state-of-the-art campus next year is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And I have to say, I was sharing with Natasha, who led me to you. It's like, everyone seems like they're in an amazing mood. Everyone has like a pep in their step. And it was, I've shared with you my own story of St. Francis, of transitioning from Long Island University to St. Francis. And I had the opportunity of even seeing you give somebody an acceptance letter and experiencing that and seeing that life impact and change, which was very inspiring and very cool. It's very cool. And congratulations on the new campus. That sounds awesome.
Well, thank you. We're excited, and and we all personally can't wait to start the next academic year there. And students are at the focus of everything.
Yes.
It is a student-centered campus.
Love that.
It is transformational. And I use the word transformational because the work that we do with young people is transformational. But I believe, and as I've shared this with you, I believe that the work that you do with members of the program is transformational as well. And it's not only transformational with losing inches or losing weight. It's transformational because you also change lives. And you certainly did that for me, and I will forever be thankful.
I'd love to give you a big hug.
Yeah, of course.
Love it. It was awesome meeting you in person.